your heartstrings. They'll show families, they'll show moms, they'll show grandmothers, they'll show anything, whatever it takes to get into your wallets. So I want you to think about that, and I want you to be furious about that. And I can't give you much more positive feedback than you've already heard up here today. So what I'd like to do now, if it's okay with you, is answer as many of your questions as I can, because the only species of mammal on planet Earth that has a problem understanding what they should eat is us. Okay? My little sheep out in the pasture, they never raise their little hoof and say, "Excuse me, is this healthy? Or should I avoid this?" They just know, right? Our chickens, they know what to eat. But when it comes to us, we're the smartest idiots ever. We're like, I've got a PhD or a master's or a bachelor's, and I don't know what the hell to eat, though. Kellogg said do this, so I guess that, I don't know. It's got a little rooster on it, so I guess it's okay. If you have one of those medical conditions I mentioned, can you get rid of that, or are you always stuck with that? So, I'm going to ask y'all. Let's see if you've been paying attention. What about type 2 diabetes? Is that completely reversible?
Yes.
Anybody here reversed their type 2 already? Your dad did? Okay, yeah. Type 2 that's why from this day forward, ma'am, ain't she beautiful?
Yes.
She's going to say, I have type 2 diabetes currently.
Yes. Amen.
You say that next time you go to your doctor.
Amen.
She's going to say, I've been diagnosed with, I am or I have.
I like that.
I don't like it, and I don't like it.
Yeah.
I've been diagnosed with this.
Yeah, I like that. None of these things are part of your identity. Fatty liver, completely reversible. Completely reversible. Yeah, he reversed his fatty liver.
Nice.
Amen.
Most hypertension, most high blood pressure, either completely reversible, or you can get it down so low that instead of taking 3 medicines a day for it, you take a low dose of 1 medicine.
Amen.
Obesity, you've been hearing the stories about reversing obesity, right? So yes, all that stuff is completely reversible or greatly improvable, and that's the biggest of chronic diseases. I mean, you saw eczema go completely away. I've seen we've got an example if she wants to share. Used to have psoriasis covering 80% of her body. Now she got a spot about that big. All this stuff is inflammation from chronic inappropriate nutrition.
Yes.
Okay, hyperinsulinemia and chronic inappropriate inflammation leads to virtually every medical condition, including most cancer. Some things are not reversible. Say, get your leg cut off. Your family might have called you a lizard, but you're not going to grow your leg back.
Right.
Right. If you're blind, you're blind. That's it. There ain't no coming back from that. If you're on dialysis, probably not going to come back from that. Yes, ma'am. Arthritis. So, you'll like this. When I was in high school, I could jump higher than any white boy you ever met in your life. I could jump and I could hit my head on the rim. I was on scholarship to play in Florida. I was out at the local park playing pickup. I could dunk from the free throw line like Michael Jordan. That's how high I could jump. I used to have a butt you could set a glass of water on. Okay? All right? Broke my ACL, came down, landed wrong, sounded like a shotgun went off. Okay? Had surgery, got it repaired, blah, blah, blah. So in my 30s, every morning, going to the bathroom, first thing. It took about 30 minutes for me to work it out. Okay? Keto, it got about 80% better. It's still tweaky, but not so bad. Now on carnivore, I literally walk, run, jog, lift. I'm out climbing hills. My knee never bothers me at all. And there are many other examples of arthritis that even if it's bone on bone, there's no pain because the inflammation's gone. Make sense?
I just want to reiterate that, even if it's bone on bone.
Right. Because doctors will say, oh, no, it's bone on bone. right? Now, what do surgeons get paid for? They get paid to do surgery.
Yes.
So if you have a bad knee that bothers you, how they gonna help you?
Surgery.
Surgery. Right. So if you say to them, let me try 90 days of carnival before I have this knee replaced, what are they gonna say about that? They're not gonna be able to make the Mercedes payment if you don't have this knee replaced. Understood? So that's why you feel a lot of pushback from your doctor, is because if enough of you guys do this, you're going to cut in. They'll have to downsize to a Hyundai or something.
The meeting today, so I'm asking these questions for her.
Sure.
One of the preconceived notions, number one, there's 3 questions in one. Bacon is processed.
Yep.
Number 2, oh, you shouldn't have bacon because you have high blood pressure. So I want you to address that. And number 3, what do we do when there's a meat recall? Was the third one.
Yeah. So question number 1, what about bacon? Now I'm gonna come at you hard about bacon. Everybody says, well, that's processed food. Bacon's not good for you. They might even be on board with carnivore, but they're like, oh, I've never eaten bacon. Right? What is bacon? Let's think it through. Me and you can make bacon in your backyard. That's actually how your ancestors used to make bacon. There's no factory involved in making bacon. You kill a hog, you cut up the hog, you slice up the fat back, you put salt on it. The end. Now, what did I miss there? Where's the bad, chemical, terrible, bad processing? Where's it at? You slice up the meat and put salt on the meat. Boom, bacon. But this is a great example of how you've been conditioned by Kellogg's and by Post and General Mills and Kraft Heinz and Mondelez. You've been conditioned. Oh, bacon. You immediately distance yourself. Oh no, on my birthday maybe. I don't eat much bacon. Oh no. Why not? What's wrong with it? That's why I asked earlier if anybody had any religious convictions to not eat pork. Because if you go back in enough generations, your people would have ate a hog from squeal to tail. All the hog. It would have been nothing left. The dogs would have been like, what the hell is this? There ain't no kitty left. Okay? We humans have this great ability to just make up a myth and just then you're ready to fight about it.
Yeah.
And it ain't based on nothing.
Yes.
It's not based on any logic, any fact, anything, but magically it's bad. And I don't know why. Don't ask me why, because if you ask me why it's bad, then you're one of the bad people. You're trying to make me think. Bacon is fine. Bacon is sliced up meat with salt put on it. We've been making bacon for at least 7,000 years as a species. Yeah. So the bacon really got screwed because it's full of saturated fat. It's also got salt. And so the American Heart Association said both of those are terrible for your heart, even though if you actually look at the research like I do, you're like, oh, it really didn't matter at all. All the research on salt, if you go low salt, to the point where it's a chore to even sit down at the table and eat your food, it's so low in salt. Do you know what the research shows, how many points that lowers your blood pressure? About 3 points on the top and 1 point on the bottom. Eating a diet that's so low in salt that you'd rather just be kicked in the Christ evening. It's just awful. So you're not going to eat bacon for that? If you have access to fresh, well-handled meat, that is a gift from the Creator. Eat all of it. If you find a piece of meat laying beside the road, don't eat that meat. Leave that. Leave that. Okay? So it's just like the lettuce recalls. You understand that more people get food poisoning from tossed salad each year than from meat. Mm-hmm. Who didn't know? Who's like, wait, what? Tell the truth. Toss salad, where they cut it up for you, wash it, put it in a bag, and then you buy it. That causes more food poisoning per year than all of the meat recalls and all of the infections caused by meat. Way more, not just a little more, like 3 times as much. Salad will kill you.
Yes.
If you eat too much of it, especially if you eat the wrong salad. So if you find some salad laying by the road, don't eat that. If you find meat laying by the road, don't eat that either. Let the dog have that. But if it's properly handled, properly sourced, fresh meat, and we've got this very sophisticated organ right here. You open the meat and you go, if you're like, yeah, that's good, eat it. If you smell it, you're like, oh, damn, don't eat that. That's literally that simple.